Hey, so I'm in a pretty cool place right now. I think it looks like it must be new wetland. Hang on. So the floods would have been here. I'm just south of Lismore. So there would have some massive floods here. You can see debris. Here I am a bit further up. You can see some things there. What are they called? Lily pads. And the wetland sort of goes up that way and curves around, comes back here. So there's an island in the middle, which is obviously quite damp as well. And I am on a sort of another island between a river that's running clear. So there's some sort of filtration going on somewhere, because I imagine a lot of this water is heading towards that way. So it must be filtering through the earth, which is pretty cool. So let's go back and look at what's made this possible. So here it is. Oh, it's a bit stodgy around here. This is sphagnum. I believe another word for it is peat moss, but those two, they might be different species. So this is a type of moss that grows in wet areas, usually up to about 22 degrees Celsius, so it likes higher altitudes. But right now we're at 50 meters above sea level and only 40 kilometers from the shore, so it's pretty flat here. This sort of dam that humans have built to make this road, coupled with this sphagnum that's obviously been washed down from higher up, which is now thriving because we've had winter and it's been in temperatures that it likes, but it's about to get hotter, so it'll probably stop growing. Whether or not we lose this is probably dependent on a couple of things. It'll obviously need water coming from upstream, so whether or not that keeps coming. But retaining the water that's already here is that job is. Hang on a sec. Got some. That job is kind of ours, because there's pigs out here, and pigs have hooves on their feet. And when food sources get rarer and they find that sphagnum, they're going to eat it and they're going to step all over it and they're going to kill it. So we're in a state forest right now, so invasive species aren't as controlled as it's, say, in a national park or conservation area. It's normally left up to hunting. The issue with hunting is that the hunters like to leave the bigger boys for next year, and then next year, and then you've got these massive boar running around until someone takes the trophy. So they're farming them in a sense. But unfortunately what needs to happen is removal. So yeah, there's that. So it was at this point I decided to stop putting live audio to videos. I thought, oh yeah, I'll just do it later in bed when I'm in the tent. But little did I know, I wouldn't want to do it. But here we are. Alright, so I'm walking on some wetlands. It's not super wet, but you know, there was still some water being held in there by the roots of those plants. And you can see how it's sort of showing there on the road. Oh yeah, this is when I thought I might do it in landscape mode, but I decided against that. I probably should edit this out, but I kind of like this next bit where the camera kind of comes up and it goes over this tree. It looks like I cut, but it stays the same way, and now you're in this sort of weird... Oh, no, it's back to normal now. Oh, no, sorry. I forgot that happened. Oh, so weird. Alright, so now we're walking through some bit that's a bit drier, because where I was walking was getting too wet, and I felt like I was damaging some of the plant systems that are holding the water there. So I got out of there and followed some animal trails into the forest. There was a whole mix of them. There was like a few hooves of different sizes and paws of different sizes. It was a bit of a highway. Oh yeah, then I ran out of footage, and so I put all the photos in. But I just put the photos in the order that they were. So I didn't like cut them in the order of the video. So now we're back at the start of the day when I came across some bits leading up to the waterhole that I was at. Yeah, so the logs hold the water back, creating natural dams, and give way to sort of areas like this where it gets a bit more moist the further you get in there. Sorry to say moist. uh, and that's how that all works. I should probably edit this. Oh, look at this big print. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Some grassland. Look, that grass is probably like up to my knee. I was walking on the road, which was this. It was turning into mud. You saw this earlier. This is where I did that weird camera shot. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's another paw print. I'm not sure what the paw print is though. That looks like a hoof, maybe. It's pretty deep. There's a paw print, so see how deep a paw print goes compared to a hoof that was just on before. These are hooves, smaller, sort of splayed out. I imagine that's how a pig would run. Nice picture of the sunset. This is another trail made by hooves. It's all black. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. That's, I don't know. This is a picture of the grassland that I was in towards the end of the day. And then, that's some, I think they were bandicoot holes. I'm not sure though. Yeah, nice little bit of river with some debris left in there. Places for little animals to hide. Tree I liked. Yeah, so I just sort of, yeah, that was the end of the day. I didn't set up camp, still pretty late. It was dark by the time I was making dinner. And so, yeah, that's the end of the photos. What a wild ride. Thanks for listening and watching. Hey, I'm back. It's not the end. So this is what I think is platypus holes. So it's the end of the grass there. So I think that what I saw earlier, which I said was bandicoot holes, was actually platypus holes that had dried out, and now they've sort of moved further away, but they're not here anymore. I sat there for quite a while looking at this water in front of it, and trying to, probably a good 20 minutes to half an hour I just sat there, no movement. So I'm guessing those platypus have evacuated again. It's too dry there. It was looking pretty stagnant. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye.